Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the defending champion. Fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with white and weighed in officially at 249.1 pounds. Hailing from Chatham, Kent, England. He was a stellar amateur and now as a professional undefeated with 12 wins. 10 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. WBO Intercontinental and WBA International Heavyweight Championships. Moses Itauma. We will first welcome the challenger. From Brixton, London, England, and proudly representing his heritage of Jamaica. He has a professional record of 31 wins, 3 defeats, 21 wins, coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the most prominent and charismatic heavyweights of the past decade and the former WBC interim world champion, Dillian, the baby snatcher White.
2 men, 1 ring, no mercy. Itauma versus White, and only one leaves with their reputation intact. August 16, 2025, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The stage is set. Heavyweight prodigy Moses Itauma faces the veteran powerhouse Dillian White. A generational clash of youth versus experience. And tonight, everything changes. Who wins? Let's break it down. The favorite, the 20-year-old Moses Itauma, undefeated with explosive power and deadly speed. Facing him, 37-year-old Dillian the Body Snatcher White, a seasoned warrior with championship experience and knockout punching power. Moses Itauma, the teenage phenom, has already left the boxing world in awe. At just 19, he's tearing through the heavyweight ranks with a confidence and dominance far beyond his years. In his young career, Itauma has demolished every opponent with explosive speed, thudding power, and a ruthless finishing instinct. From his lightning-fast knockout of Mikau Bolos in under a minute, leaving fans stunned in disbelief, to his brutal dismantling of Kevin Espinosa, where every punch landed with surgical precision, Itauma has shown he's not just a rising star, he's a storm that's sweeping through the division. His razor-sharp footwork keeps opponents guessing, his perfect timing punishes every mistake, and his killer instinct ensures that once he smells blood, the end comes quickly. Every time he steps into the ring, he carries the energy of a future world champion, and every fight brings him one step closer to ruling the heavyweight throne. On the other side, the seasoned warrior, Dillian the Body Snatcher White, has battled some of the toughest names in boxing. His thunderous 4th-round knockout of Alexander Povetkin to reclaim the WBC interim title sent shockwaves through the sport. White's 11th-round TKO over Derek Chisora in their fiery rematch remains one of the most dramatic finishes in British boxing history. Even in recent years, wins over Jermaine Franklin, Christian Hammer, and Ebenezer Tete have shown that White's power, grit, and experience are still a dangerous combination. Now, these two fighters stand on a collision course. Youth versus experience, speed versus raw power, a battle that promises fireworks in every round. Training camp for this fight was intense on both sides. Itauma sparred with taller, heavier opponents to prepare for White's rugged inside fighting style, while White focused on sharpening his counterpunching and bodywork, weapons that have broken down many opponents before. Both fighters came into Fight Week in peak condition, ready for a war of attrition. Itauma, 12-0 with 10 KOs, climbing to top rankings in all major sanctioning bodies. Dubbed the next heavyweight superstar. White's resume includes battles with Joshua, Fury, Parker, and he's comeback hungry. Stylistically, it's a fascinating matchup. Itauma's fast, fluid combinations and ability to control distance will be tested against White's relentless pressure and fight-changing left hook. One mistake from either man could flip the script in an instant, making this a dangerous night for both. At just 20, Itauma's targeting an early world title shot with a win, possibly facing Joseph Parker next. White sees this as redemption. One statement victory could revive his path to a title opportunity. Bookmakers list Itauma as a heavy favorite, 1 to 10 odds. White is the underdog, but a dangerous one. Itauma's trainer shared praise, yet White's coaches remain confident. His trainer admitted he's never studied Itauma's fights, a sign of trusting experience over hype. As the fight drew closer, tensions rose. At the final press conference, Itauma promised an early knockout, telling White, "I'll make this quick." White, grinning, replied, "We'll see how you handle real heavyweight power." The face-off was intense, with neither man backing an inch, setting the tone for a fierce battle. Round 1-2. Itauma uses movement, volume, testing White's reflexes. White fires back with body shots. By round 3-4, Itauma lands a clean combination, stuns White. He steps back. Round 5. White chirps, lands a big right hand, though slow. By round 6, the atmosphere in Riyadh was electric. Fans were on their feet, sensing a decisive moment was near. Itauma's accuracy began to overwhelm White, who kept swinging back despite the mounting punishment. Every exchange drew roars from the crowd, each punch a reminder of what was at stake. A win by Itauma cements his superstar status and puts him directly on world title radar. For White, an upset means career-securing relevance. This isn't just an undercard, it's a heavyweight crossroads. Who wins this generational clash? Comment your pick, smash that subscribe, and let's track this fight together. By dragging the fight into the championship rounds, many believe the tempo and physical toll will start swinging in Dillian White's favor. His elite experience, fight IQ, and adaptive strategy could allow him to dominate when it matters most. Analysts suggest this calculated game plan gives White the highest probability of neutralizing Moses Itauma's explosive speed, youthful endurance, and early round aggression. Yet White's former trainer, who has guided him through multi-million-dollar pay-per-view battles and high-stakes title fights, admits there's a shadow of concern. While the purse and global exposure make this clash a lucrative career move, the risk factor is undeniable. Moses Itauma brings a lethal combination of raw power, precision timing, and relentless ambition, traits that can shift fight momentum in seconds.
To be fair, like I had 11 fights with Dillian. We got to world #1, and so I know Dillian really, really well. I don't like that fight for him. I never thought it'd be a step up for someone. He won't like me saying that. It's just my emotional investment that was in him. But you know, he's done very well, Dillian, and he deserves a big payday. I'm sure. I'm hoping he's getting that. Listen, he's got the experience to upset the apple cart, Dillian. He has, but what's his name? Who's he fighting?
Moses Itauma.
Moses, I beg your pardon. Moses is a serious, responsive operator, and man can pick his punches well. So, yeah, obviously Moses is the favourite for me in that fight. But you know, I like to see someone like Dillian with that art and that mindset and his character. You know, I like Dillian.
Moses Itauma speaks with unshakable conviction, positioning himself as a dominant force far beyond the reach of ordinary contenders in professional boxing. He confidently asserts that his elite skill set, strategic fight IQ, and precision in the ring exceed even those of world champion Alexander Usyk. This bold declaration reflects not only his supreme self-belief, but also the fearless championship mentality he brings to every bout. For Itauma, this clash isn't just a career milestone. It's a global statement, a chance to showcase world-class dominance, attract pay-per-view attention, and cement his brand among the sport's biggest earners. Stepping into the spotlight, he's not just chasing titles, he's building a legacy destined for greatness in the billion-dollar boxing industry.
You must have a view of what level you're at now.
If you want my honest opinion, I think
I do.
If my skill set, if you're talking about my ring IQ and what I display in the ring, I feel like I am the best in the world, but I haven't displayed the later rounds. That's all what I kind of want to get ticked off. So my next opponent or opponents this year, we're just looking at fights to kind of get me into that later round, because I feel like with Usyk, I feel like I've got a better skill set than him, but I feel like towards the later rounds, he'll just outdo me, because I've never been in that sort of fight.
That wraps up today's premium content. Subscribe now for exclusive updates.